All right, we're gonna try this again. Take two at Toronto Airport. I had mechanical failure on my first plane, so it made us delayed. That was from St. John's, Newfoundland to Montreal. And so I was really nervous about making my connection to Toronto and then Toronto to Salt Lake, just all these connections to try to save money, which backfired. So I barely made my connection to my Toronto, no, to my Montreal to Toronto flight. That's what it was. I barely made my connection to get to Toronto, got on the plane in the nick of time for us to sit there as a thunderstorm blew through and they were not able to take off. So we're sitting there, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh. Now I'm worried about missing my connection to Salt Lake. And of course I have to go to an entirely different wing of the airport because it'll be international and customs. And sure enough, by the time we take off and I land, I've missed my connection. And they rerouted it, my connection to today, a day later, 24 hours. So I was a little bummed. I wanted to come home on Thursday for a reason. Supposed to get my kids today and go back to work, and so tired, hadn't eaten all day. So I went to get in the line for seeing if I could get a hotel room, see if I could get an earlier flight than 24 hours later. And that line was an hour and a half long. And everyone in line was just so angry. Pretty much the whole plane missed their connections. So I finally get up there, and of course, weather's an act of God. They won't give me a free hotel room, but there's no way. I'm like almost 40. I'm not spending night in a hotel or in an airport for 24 hours. Maybe that sounds like spoiled, but I didn't want to. So I'm trying on my phone to book a hotel, and I'm like kind of frazzled, and it's not working, and I'm trying to figure out where to go, and it feels like the longest path to get to the hotel shuttles. And I finally make it out there, and I keep waiting for what was it? Not Best Western. Anyway, and it's not coming, and I'm like, and I'm having trouble booking something on my phone, probably because it turns out they're all sold out, like every hotel around. So I jump onto the next shuttle because I'm like, I don't care at this point. I'm tired, I'm starved. I just want somewhere to sit that's not here. Lay down preferably. And so I go on to the next shuttle, which is like Hilton. It's like 250 Canadian a night. But they're booked anyway. And like I said, all the hotels are booked. Like I'm asking about all of them. And so I'm like starting to get emotional. And finally, so I'm just sitting at the Hilton, and I'm like, okay, calm down. I've got to figure out somewhere to go. And so I go onto my phone, and I just look far away. And I find something. It's like maybe 20 minutes away, which isn't terrible. And so I call and I book a room, and it's not a bad price at all. And so I call an Uber to take me over there, and the Uber guy shows up. He's only 3 minutes away, so I'm like, okay, good. And he picks me up, and it actually shows that the hotel's like 15 minutes away. But the exit he's supposed to get off on is blocked. There's construction, and he's like, he doesn't know what to do. And he misses, so it keeps rerouting him on his little system, but he misses every exit. He's like, no, it's not that one. I'm like, well, no, it said, but I'm like trying to be nice, but I'm like, it said to get off there. He's like, no, it wasn't the right street name. I'm like, well, I think maybe it turns into that street, but it said to get off. Anyway, so it keeps saying 15 minutes for the next 45 minutes it takes to get there, or half hour. I don't know. It doubled the price that it's supposed to take, like 25 Canadian dollars, ends up being more than that, like 55. And he takes me to the wrong hotel. It's like the one next to it. And I keep saying, no, this one. He was very confused. And then he keeps driving me in circles around the hotel. I don't think he was just trying to make fun. I think he was just genuinely really confused. I was like, no, the front door's on this side. I'll just get out. Anyway, by now it's 10 o'clock at night, 4 hours after my, like, realized that my flight was delayed and I got off the plane. Like, this whole thing has taken 4 hours. And, and this guy, like, he's like, I'll take you to, Niagara Falls. You want to go to Niagara Falls? I'll take you for free. I'm like, oh my gosh. It's like an hour and a half drive there, an hour and a half drive back. I'm so tired. Like, it sounds great to go to Niagara Falls. I'm in Toronto. I want to do something in Toronto. I was thinking when the flight was first canceled, I was like, oh, maybe I'll just enjoy a night on the town. Of course, I'm rolling in at 10 o'clock at the hotel, exhausted and starved. But I'm like, there's no way if I did take this guy up on it, I would, like, he would ever make it there. And maybe he would cut me into little pieces, who knows. He seemed like a really nice guy. So I finally got checked in, got food at the place next door. It was overpriced, but whatever. I got an appetizer. So anyway, that's all to say that I was able to find an earlier flight with the other one was nonstop, and this one has a connection in Chicago. And then I remember a guy telling me on the airplane how Chicago is the worst airport, and it's like hard to find. Everything takes a long time. So now I'm like really nervous about getting lost. If anyone knows me, I have a terrible sense of direction. I'm worried about getting lost. And if my flight's delayed at all, being able to catch my next flight. Please. I just want to get home right now. So anyway, I should get home this afternoon. I'm going to go grab breakfast downstairs. This is a really long video. I'm sorry. Anyway, almost home. Wish me luck. Say prayers.